Lead gen works, but most agents fail at it. Why? They expect leads to be ready right now. They don't follow up beyond the first call or text. They buy leads but don't have real conversion process in place. Leads aren't the problem, your approach is. Most agents that I've met really suck at two things. They suck at business and they do suck at sales, even though they think they know sales and they are sales professionals. More about that in this video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Eetu. I'm the founder and CEO at Mescula, a real estate growth agency that's revolutionizing the way how realtors acquire listings by implementing the AI-enhanced value-first online listing acquisition system. And on this channel, I'll show you how to build predictable and scalable listing acquisition systems so that you can close extra 12, 24, 36, or even more listings per year. If you're already a subscriber, welcome back and thank you. And that being said, let's dive in. The reason why I say most agents that I met suck at sales and they suck at business is because they do actually know how to sell and close the deal once they are actually meeting the people in person and actually going through the listing presentation. However, the biggest bottlenecks that I see are earlier on in the process that actually are when the sale happens and when you actually need to have a skill set in place in order to convert more leads into appointments and appointments into listings, and that way actually scale up your business. And here's the thing that most real estate agents do not understand. Business is about solving problems, because when you solve a problem, you create value. And people exchange their money for that value for you solving the problem. Let me repeat that. Business is about solving problems, because when you solve a problem, you create value and people exchange their money for that value for you solving the problem. So if we know that's what business is about, if we know that to be true, then sales is really just a demonstration that we can solve a problem for somebody else. But knowing that if there is no problem, there's no sale. So the entire sales conversation should be about the problem. The gap between where they are right now and where they want to be, where they want to go. Once we find the problem, we put a shovel down and we start to dig deep. Now, I know what you're thinking. In every conversation, there's a problem. They want something, etc. There's two types of pain, aka problems, right? There's a problem like that's actual pain, right? That's like actual pain. And then there's this thing called unfulfilled desire. And that's also pain. Both of which can create a gap between where they are right now and where they're looking to go. Their current situation and their outcome and their goal. This is called the gap in between the current and the outcome, okay? And we can have pain and then we can have unfulfilled desire. Still make sense? So if we do have an actual pain, we have moving away from paradigm. So we're trying to get away from that pain. If we have unfulfilled desire, we're trying to go towards pleasure, right? Towards a goal, a dream, all that stuff, right? And one thing that we need to understand is that there can be both as well. There can be actual pain and there can be actual unfulfilled desire. And it also depends how people emphasizing the word perceive their situation. We could think someone is going from great shape to amazing shape, that is unfulfilled desire. But if that person is a bodybuilder and everyone around them are in amazing shape, that could be perceived as an actual pain and wanting to move away from it. You see that? That is a key thing to understand. And then loss aversion. Some people are more afraid of the potential losses that may happen by taking action, so the potential upside ain't exciting enough. So from moving from the current neighborhood to a phenomenal neighborhood with all the benefits and, you know, all the cool things that are around there, and the home, how it's so luxurious and it has everything and all that stuff, that may not be enough because they're afraid of the potential losses, the relationship they have built, the community that they are in, that they are losing that. What if something happens when we're moving? The efforts that we need to take, it's a hassle to move, all those different things, right? Then in those cases, the focus should be on the losses that will happen if they do not take action, right? So if they are more afraid of of potential losses that may happen by taking action, and that way the potential upside doesn't excite them enough, then focus on the sales conversation has to be on the losses that will happen if they do not take action. You see that? Cool. And now, if we think about the pitch, sales pitch, the sales presentation, and getting them to sign up with you and sign the listing agreement and all that stuff, one key thing to remember: pitch is about problem solving conversation and not about so-called product pushing conversation. Key: your pitch, your sales presentation, your call to action, all that stuff is about solving problems and conversations around the problems, and not about pushing yourself, selling the home and the so-called product, aka in this case, right? So focus on the problems, and instead of actually focusing on the problems, focus on solving the problems. Because what we said earlier, business is about solving problems, because when you solve a problem, you create value, and people exchange their money for that value for you solving that problem. And if that is true, then sales is just a demonstration that we can solve problems for somebody else, and especially for them, and that way create value for them. So if you don't have a problem and you can't find the problem, there is no sale. So on your sales conversation, the entire conversation should be around and about the problem, the gap between where they are right now and where they're looking to go, current situation and the outcome, where they want to be. Once we find the problem, you are going to dig deep. And as a reminder, there is pain and there's unfulfilled desire, and there can be both. Do not forget loss aversion and where you should be focusing when that happens. Now, if you want to learn more how to implement these things and actually have those sales conversations, and that will scale your listing acquisition and finally make online leads and paid ads work and crack the code in order to explode your business like all the other 400 agents that have done the same thing, then click the link in the description. It will direct you to this page. Watch this video. After you watch the video, click the schedule interview, and you can get to talk to my team to see if we can potentially help you out. On that video, I'll go more in depth about the value first online listing ecosystem and the 2 reasons why it works so well. After you've gone through it, schedule interview, talk with the team, and we'll see if we can help you out. Now, if you want to learn more before you do that, that's totally fine. And if you want to do everything yourself, that's also totally fine. Then in that case, drop a comment, subscribe, and go check out the other videos that I have in there. However, if you want to get to your desired destination, the outcome fast, then click the link in the description, check out the video, schedule an interview, and we'll see you on the other side. Awesome. That being said, have a great one. See you in the next one.